Hello everyone, this is Clossi, and today I'm doing an update video about why I haven't been making videos. And there's actually a couple reasons. One of the biggest ones is I was working a semi-full-time job. So it was like more than a part-time, but less than a full-time. It was 30-something hours a week, and it was usually bouncing around between 35 to 37 hours a week, and I didn't really want to make Go videos at home when I had just got home from work. So it was pretty tiring, but I was still getting used to the new job, etc., etc. But I have been doing other stuff in my free time, just that I feel is more relaxing, I guess, and that was coding stuff, and I've been doing that. But recently I've gotten some more time, so went ahead and finished up a few projects that I was working on because I wasn't making too much progress, and they had still quite a few things to get done. But I recently got quite a bit more free time because I got let go, unfortunately. But I did finish up the apps I was working on, and I uploaded all of them to the website. So if you just go to seansgogroup.com, you can actually get on seansgogroup.com and click on the little apps tab and scroll down. You can see all the games. There's one in here that's not a Go game, but I found it very fun. It's just a little ship racing game I made. So it's the only one that's not Go, but I really like it. So I hope you guys do too. Don't hate me because it's not Go, but all the other ones are Go programs. I promise that all the others are programs. This is the only one that's not Go, but it's just a little arcade game type game that I made, and I found it really fun. So I was hoping you guys would enjoy it. But anyway, I'm gonna do a quick walkthrough overview of what the apps are. So the first things first is the GoHub app, which is something I think like 100 people downloaded this, but not many people have downloaded it since. And it's just kind of a shortcut that you can have on your desktop. So for example, it has OGS, KGS, PandaNet, Dragon Go Server, World Baduk, Taijum, etc., etc. Um, I will say though that this one is not perfect and that it doesn't come with the app. So you have to actually have all these downloaded already, or the ones you're going to use downloaded. For Mac users, it does not have Taijum or WBaduk. That's just not possible to get. But if you had it, it would open it. It's just there's no way to get it. But what it does is basically you click on it, you click play, and it will open the web page. So for KGS, you will need the latest KGS client for this. You just click play and it opens. I think it's opening on my other screen. I don't know. There it is. And it will open it for you. The reason I actually made this was a very simple reason, and that was I had a bunch of Go servers on my desktop, and it was creating a lot of clutter. So I wanted to get rid of it, so I made a simple application with the help of two other people. One was the person who made all the images, and the other was someone who was helping me code this and made a website, distribute, etc., etc. But now it's on my website just for ease of access. And this is just a little shortcut. It has a store to give you some useful links. And then a live streams. These are the live streams that were popular at the time. I think there's a lot more now. I do need to update this button to because apparently I just found out today. Actually, I just found out today that on Twitch they updated Go, so Go is actually recognized as an official game. It used to be like Go parentheses board game in parentheses, like it was Go board game basically. Now it's just Go, and it actually has a picture. They know what it is, so we can actually thank Google and AlphaGo for Twitch recognizing that Go is an actual game that people play. So there's been a lot more updates on that, and I just found that out today. That's actually why this button's not updated. Is I had no idea that they changed that. This one, I think, goes to Go Game Guru, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it does. So, unfortunately, Go Game Guru is down. I just don't have a replacement for this. I don't know of another better place. So, it's not perfectly up to date, but it is a nice little convenient tool. And then Go News, these are useful links that I really like. I think you'll really like as well. It's the American Go Association, the European Go Federation, and the Go for Go. Go for Go is one of my most favorite links that many people actually don't know about, and that is basically a professional Go player database. It is a one-time fee of $10, and you get access to the latest and greatest pro games. It's like thousands of several thousand pro games, and it also keeps up to date. So it shows you the latest pro games and shows you player information and tournament information, etc., etc. So I think it's a good one. Anyway, that's a Go World Hub. It's just like a convenient app to just be able to click and go to your favorite Go server. The next one is the opening generator. This is a random opening generator that I made for making, trying to get ideas to make my stream more fun. I came up with one of these, and this is an opening generator, which you just select your size, you open it, and it's a really simple program that just tells you a random opening to play, and it gives you some really fun stuff to try. Some openings are okay, are like normal, and more than half the openings are definitely not normal, and that's the point. It's to have fun. It's to give you guys something fun to play. I don't recommend playing rated games with this unless you're playing on a different new account, because you will get some really weird stuff. So for example, I click it, it gives me 5-4 and 3-4. Click it again, 6-3 and 3-4. 3-3 and 5-4, 3-3 and 3-4, 5-3 and 4-4, 3-3 and 4-4. You can just see it gives you some normal stuff and some crazy stuff. And actually, this is the version 0.2. I think the version I released online actually gives you images. I believe it does. For some reason, I haven't given myself the latest version. That's weird. But the one I uploaded online, I think, gives you images. It may or may not. It depends on if I forgot to release the back one or not. But anyway, that's that one. It's a very simple one that I made to just have more fun with Go. Then we get into Mystery Go. Mystery Go, I don't know if it's going to take off or not. I don't know if people will like it or not. It's just something. So someone told me at Go Congress, a friend of mine told me about this cool little card game that they had at Go Congress that was really crazy and made the game really, really crazy. So I decided to make my own little card game to play along with Go. And you can see the rules right here. The rules are very, very flexible, and you can make the rules however you want. So this app doesn't actually force you to play anyway, or any certain way. It's very free in the fact that you can use this however you want. You will need a friend to play with, though. So for example, I click start and I get 3 cards. When you click on the cards, it shows you what they do, and so this one's extra bad luck. Remove every stone of your color on the first and second line around the board. If you draw this card, you must play it on your current turn. And then there's like funny cards like bad luck. Remove every stone on the third, second, and first line. If you draw this card, you must play it on your current next turn. And this one, size training, capture every stone that is not your color on the first line. So this game is meant to be played on a 9x9 board, and we found while testing it out that if you keep going, this game will likely never end. So there's definitely a lot of balancing that needs to be done, and basically a lot of beta testing, a lot of feedback will be needed for this game to actually become something that will be playable. So the rules that we have for it are actually you can only play up until you use 50 cards. Once you have 50 cards, then you can't draw anymore and you have to finish the game however the board is. You have to finish the board like that. So basically you play 1 card every turn and you draw 1 card every turn. So you basically do this. You click on the card you want to use, you discard it, and then on your turn again, you draw, and then you draw, and sometimes you can take other people's cards. And if there's a card that says you have to pick 1 card from your opponent's hand or something, they'll tell you what card you picked. So it's a lot of trust thing, because it's not multiplayer. You each have your own, and you just have to trust each other. So play with a friend, not a stranger, because it's very easy to cheat, but like you shouldn't. It's supposed to be crazy and fun. Shouldn't cheat. But if you ever need to, you just click on whichever one you want. In this case, it was bad luck. So you can click on here, the extra bad luck, add, you get extra bad luck. And you can go through and see them all. But anyway, that's a little fun. You can reset the counter if you need to, if you want to start over. You can use this however you want. I made some simple rules, but I don't know the best balancing for it. So you can balance it however you want. Just you and your friends can play it. And it's just something I found that my friend told me about at Go Congress, some crazy Go game. So I made my own spin-off of it with some Hikaru no Go pictures, and made our little card game, Go game, for a 9x9 board to make 9x9 absolutely crazy. And I will say, that game is so random that it has no, like, your ranks will have no importance at all. I'm like a 1 dan 2 dan online, and I played with my girlfriend, and she's a 20Q, and she won. Legitimately, I didn't help her out or anything, but she won because the game's really random, and that's the whole point: is to be random and be fun. It's not meant to have any skill whatsoever. It's just for crazy things to happen and create some crazy laughs and see some crazy positions. and create some new ideas. So that's it for Mystery Go. It's just meant to have fun. It's not meant to be serious, but it does need some balancing so it can end. But hopefully you guys have fun with that. Then we can get into, let's see, what are the other ones we got? The Ship Racer, you guys can play if you have fun. It's just a simple ship racing game. It does have some music, so fair warning, it will get a little loud. Just for the simple fact I didn't have a mute button on it. And this one's is very simple in the fact that you just click start, you use the left and right arrow keys, and you just dodge asteroids, see how high you can get, and see if you can beat my record. My record's a little over 5,000, and that's because at 5,000 it speeds up to its max speed, and it gets really hard after 5,000, so in my opinion. So my record is 5,000. Hit an asteroid, it shows you the score. So yeah, I encourage you to try to beat 5,000. If you can beat 5,000, then it doesn't get anything after that, but just see how high it can go. If you can get to 10,000, that's insane. But my record's a little over 5,000 because I had to test that it worked. So I played it until it got to 5,000. Saw the speed sped up, so I debugged it. It worked. It's perfect. Great. And then I crashed immediately after 5,000 because it was pretty fast. But anyway, I encourage you, if you want to try that, you can try that. It's not Go, but it was a little fun game I made a long time ago, and I just finished it and wrapped it up. This one I didn't release. It's something I made at a global game jam, and I think it's a little buggy, so I'm not confident of releasing it yet. I think it is on the itch.io site, which you can link to from my site. So for example, on here, when you play on itch.io, you can see the other games made by Clossi. It is technically up there, but it's a little buggy. I haven't actually perfected that one yet, and the rules aren't completely clear. Like, it's not beginner friendly yet, so I'm not ready to release this one. It's just something I made at a global game jam, and I just haven't improved on it. Let's see. Now we can go into Capture Go, and this is my latest one that I made that I'm pretty happy about. And this is something I'm wanting to improve on, but I still need more studying to do. So you can see the little net. Capture Go, Capture Go, Capture Go. Yeah, punny. And this one is a very simple game that you can play with like your family or your friends or new players. And the whole point of the inspiration for this was when I was teaching kids in classes how to play Capture Go, because it was too much to teach them Territory Go at first. They were elementary school kids. So I was teaching them Capture Go. And I'm teaching a whole class, so I can't watch the board constantly. And so then they would raise their hand to tell me that they're finished. They want me to come score the game and tell them who won. So I'd go to their game and I'd see multiple things captured for both sides. And I wanted to have some way for them to basically play the game on their own on a program, so that way they will know when something gets captured. And that's what the goal of this was, is to make it kid friendly, so a kid can play on it with another friend, and they can play Capture Go, and it will let them know when something's captured and tell them the winner. And so, for example, when you play it, it's got a couple little sounds, very simple sounds. And when you capture it, it tells you the winner right here, and it shows the little stones shrink. And the reason I left it on there is because when I remove stones, sometimes the kids would ask, wait, how would that get captured? Well, in this case, you can actually still see the stone. It's just really small, and it shows you which stone's captured. And you say, oh, well, it's blocked by all the sides. The black stone's blocking it all. And so this is all it does right now. I do want to improve on it to make it multiplayer in the future, but I'm still learning networking. And I also don't know how to publish this to the App Store. So it's a Unity 3D project. It's in a 3D environment, and I think it looks really pretty. I really like how it turned out. But I don't know how to get this to an app store from Unity. So if anyone knows how to do that, please let me know, because I would love for this to be an app on an iPhone and Android device, because it'll just make teaching kids so much easier. But for now, I'm making it publicly available, so that way if you have a school and you have a school library computers or something, or you have computers at a school, or if you just want to play with a family member or a friend, then you can use it on your computer. So it's not on mobile devices yet. I do want it to be, but I don't know how to do it, and I'm not currently studying that at the moment. I'm still studying some other stuff like networking, and I think I'm going to be maybe looking at Linux soon. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to be doing. But anyway, I'm still studying other stuff, and I don't know about how soon I'll get around to mobile developing. And the only way I would learn app development for iPhones and stuff is learning it on Xcode, which would mean I'd have to take all of this and restart it on Xcode, which I may do in the future, which I might actually do. But right now, it's something that I don't know how to progress with. So if anyone wants to take this and move forward with it, I would love the help. But right now, this is all it is. But hopefully you guys like this, and hopefully you can find a use for this program. I just did have a Capture Go program online, and no Go servers actually have a Capture Go rules, which I'm very like disgruntled about, for lack of better words. I mean, I don't even know if that's the best word. But I'm very, I wouldn't go as far as annoyed, but kind of surprised that Go servers don't have features like Capture Go on them for beginners, because that would be a great feature to add. So if you're a Go server and you're watching, OGS, hint, hint, nudge, nudge, add Capture Go, because I want to use that to teach kids. But right now I have this, and I made this, and I made it in 3D environment because we have enough 2D servers. I'm ready for a 3D server. There is Ancient Go on Steam, but we all know, well, okay, the people who have tried it know it's not the greatest of Go servers yet. But it might be. It might be in the future. You never know. But for now, I made this. It's a little Capture Go program that you can just simply play with your friends and family. And hopefully you guys will enjoy that. See, but all the stones get captured. Hopefully you guys will enjoy this and find a use for it, because I'm hoping I will as well, but I would like to improve this one. All right, and the last one, last but not least, certainly not least, this is the GoBot. I've just released version 2.0. This is one of my biggest projects. I think this is the biggest project I've made, actually, because it has thousands of lines of code on it. This was something I made to assist the Go streamers to managing or adding to their chat. I don't say manages their chat because it doesn't like ban anyone. It doesn't censor anyone or anything like that. You still need an external bot for that, just because I haven't made that feature yet. I haven't made it able to ban anyone or anything like that yet. But what it does do is when you put in your settings, you put in your settings in here. You log in. Oh, I have to update my settings. Let me show you the other one because I haven't put them in that one yet. I haven't put them in that one. So this is the old one. Also works. This one, the difference in this one is I added simple emoji support. So for example, you can see the user interface is a little bit different. I cleaned up the user interface. I also made this one resizable. So you can see it's resizable. And I had to change every aspect of the user interface to do that. This one is not, because they're positioned in space rather than relative positioning. If you know coding, you'll know what I'm talking about. But anyway, these don't move, but this one is resizable, and it's also cleaned up. I also made the text look a lot nicer. I definitely improved on the text. And this one can use like 10 emojis right now, like the Kappa emoji, Mr. Destructoid, and basic smiley emojis. But I added the emoji support and the resizing support and updated that one. But this one has my settings, so I can just log in. And this actually logs into my Twitch chat. So if you're a Twitch streamer and you want to use this to support, it's actually built for Twitch streamers. It's now free. It was $5 because I just put so much effort into it. But I decided that it's better just to support the Go community as a whole instead of trying to make a small buck off of it. So I made it free, and the updates are all free. So this is now free for everyone to use. If you are not a Go streamer and you still want to use it, you can still use it. I'm actually wanting some feedback from regular Twitch users that are watching streams to ask what do you want this to do as a viewer? Because it has a lot of features for streamers. Like you can see, I have a points feature, I have a ranks feature if you want to get ranks, store, so you can buy lessons with the points, and get basically the in-bot currency. You can name your currency. I named mine Clossi coins. Many people who watch my stream know that, like Clossi coins. You can do a poll, and I think, yes, you also have heist, 8-ball, betting, and quotes. You can do quotes. These are all the features of the GoBot, and you can use that, and also the Ask for Move. So when you click Ask for Move, it will wait 60 seconds and will give you back a move. And this was when I tried to make a Twitch Plays Go stream on OGS, I was manually inputting the moves, and then when they moved on OGS, I would tell chat where they moved, and you can auto ask on submit. So this was for a Twitch Plays Go, but you can also use it to have people simply vote on a move, or vote on a move for you to play in a game. So for example, if you said, okay, what opening should I play? So what's the first move? You can simply click the ask for a move button. It'll ask them for a move. They'll vote on it. And after 60 seconds, it'll tell you what move. So I just ask for a move. After 60 seconds, it'll tell you what move that they voted on. So vote, I think D4. I think that's the command. To buy a vote, please. Example D4. D4. I forget which one it is. Let's do C. And everyone can only vote once, so I don't know which one's getting registered. So it says example D4. So yeah, and then resign pass. Yeah, so you can just type it in. It looks like you can just type it in D4. And then afterwards, it'll tell you. So I think it doesn't take the bots voting, so I can't actually vote. The Clossi bot can't vote. So you can't vote. Other people can vote. And so it spat out a move. It spits out a random move if no one votes, so the move is 011. So yeah, that's that. This one is just, so if you tell them that the bot played D4, you simply press enter, and it tells you the opponent's move, and it also tells them the other move. So that's that, and then you can cancel it. So move request canceled. For the settings, this is something that someone asked, was how to update the settings when you type something in. Whenever you type something in, so for example, if I type in Clossi, so let's channel Clossius. So if I typed in ClossiBot and hit, there's no submit button, so you have to hit enter. So someone asked me that, and it's something I actually didn't think about. Was because I wrote the code, I knew all you had to do was press enter and it would submit it, but not everyone knew that. So that's how you submit stuff. It's just type enter, or you can hit submit. So when you're typing stuff, for example, testing, you can hit enter, or you can hit the submit button. All right, well, that is the GoBot. I'm really, really happy with how the GoBot turned out, and I'm really happy with how it looks now. And I would have added more emojis, except I got a little daunted by the task when I saw that Twitch had 150 emojis to do, and I didn't want. And there's no sprite sheet for all the Twitch emojis, so I'd have to go through one by one, 150 times, adding each emoji one at a time. And that was a little daunting, so I'm not doing it at the moment, because just for the fact that I don't want to sit in front of my computer for like 7 hours, because it takes about 3 to 5 minutes for each emoji to do. And it's a lot easier if you have a sprite sheet, like a whole sheet of them. But I didn't want to sit for like 5 to 7 hours doing that, so I didn't do that. So you don't have all the emojis, but hopefully you like that. So yeah, I am interested in feedback for all of these applications. So anything that you liked or would like to see improved, or any features you would like added, please feel free to send me a message on Facebook, on Patreon, on the YouTube video, or my website, anywhere that you can contact me. I appreciate any feedback, what you like, what you don't like, what features you would like to see. I cannot promise anything, because some stuff I don't know how to do. I might be beyond my knowledge. Some stuff I do know how to do, some stuff I don't. Some stuff takes a lot of time, some stuff doesn't. But if I don't, like, the best way to get a feature implemented is to ask. If you don't ask, then I might never think of it. So you never know. So I am interested in feedback on how I can improve these things. And I'll show you the last one. This one is not available yet. This is something I'm improving on. So this is a little something I made for myself to manage my Go stats. So load the default file. Default load file. And it just simply, I must have deleted the file. I don't know. It simply displays stats, but I'm working on making it look a lot better than that, because that's what it was before, and I was simply just monitoring my stats. So I'll show you how it looks right now. So you can see it's in progress to look a lot better. And basically what I'm hoping it'll do, this is still in like pre-alpha, because it's not even done yet. It can't even be used yet. There's no code written for this yet. It's just right now, today I was working on the user interface. Basically, it shows you the result. This is going to be red or green. You can edit the game, so you press edit to edit that one to change the stats or remove it. There's going to be a button down here to add a game. You add it, and it'll show up on the list, and then you'll do left and right arrows to change the list, but it'll just show you a list of the games. Then it'll show you your win percentages per server, because you have to put the individual server, your rank, opponent's rank, and it'll show you the last 10 games win percentage, the last 50 games win percentage, and your total win percentage overall. And then I'm going to sort it to plus and minus 2 ranks, and then greater than 2 ranks, or all. So that way, if it's handicap games or teaching games, if you want to monitor that for some reason, you can. But it will only do whatever you add. It will not automatically add stuff. You'll have to manually add every game. You don't need a link. You don't need an SGF file. All you have to do is just add it and tell it what to put. So you tell it the result, did you win or lose? The ID number is automatic because that's just how I sort it, how the code sorts it. So don't worry about that. So you'll only you'll input the result. You can name it whatever you want. What color you were, what server you played on, your rank, your opponent's rank. And you just simply input that with some drop downs, some simple text. Shouldn't take you longer than like 30 seconds to do. Especially when you get fast, you can probably do it in like 10 seconds. So add, fill out the information in 10 seconds, submit it, and it'll update your overall stats. And I thought some people might like to see this because I liked it. That's what I wanted to see what my stats were. That's why I did it. My stats were actually pretty decent. I think I had like anywhere from 40 to 50% win-loss ratio. So 40% to 50% wins. So it was really half and half. I mean, I might lose a little bit more than I win, but normally that's what expected because it tries to pair you with slightly stronger opponents. That way you can get more practice, I believe. But 40 to 50% win-loss ratio overall. See, that's a total or whatever. Mine was like 40 to 50% overall. And I was very interested to see that even though it felt like I was losing a lot, overall, I was about 50-50. In some servers, I was like 60-40. Like on OGS, I was 40-60. On Taijom, I was like, I think like 70-30. At KGS, I was a 60-40. And then I went down to 50-50. Foxway Chi, I forget what that one was. I don't think I ever got to that one because that one came out like after I made the first one. So this is something that I'm hoping to develop and finish soon in the future, and hopefully that one you guys will like in the future. So keep an eye on the website and follow me on Twitter, and you'll see when that one gets released. But anyway, that one's not available yet, but all the others are, and they are on the website at seansgogroup.com. You can play it on itch.io, and you can download it from there as well. It's free. It does ask for donations, but you don't have to. So, for example, I made it so where you can donate if you want, but you don't have to donate anything if you don't want to. So, for example, I click download now, click to enter donation, or you can choose no thanks, go to the downloads, and it will download it for you. And you just pick whichever one you want to download. So be careful which one you pick, Mac and Windows. I will say one more last thing for the Windows, just a little technical side. When you download the Windows, you will get the zip file. This is very important for Windows users because for some reason my compiler compiles the data and the executable file separate. And you'll see what that means in a second if you don't know what that means. So I simply open it and I'll get a folder. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? There it is. So I get my Windows, Windows. So you get this data folder and the executable. So this executable is actually a program. It won't have this little screwy thing. It'll actually have an image, and that is because this is on a Mac. That's why the Windows doesn't look right. But on this, it is very important that you do not separate these files. So you can put this folder, this GoHub folder, wherever you want. So you can put it in your programs and your documents, wherever. But if you want a desktop link, you need to right-click it and create shortcut. It'll be in your little drop-down menu. Just right-click, create shortcut. Because this program must be in the same directory as this data folder. They must be in the same place. And I don't know why they separate it in the when it compiles, but these have to be in the same place. That's actually why I manually put it in its own folder. So that way you will automatically have it in the same place. You just need to double click it and it'll open, it'll run, it'll work fine. But if you want to have a desktop shortcut or start menu shortcut, then you need to right click and create shortcut. It's something that I'm worried people are going to mess up and they're going to complain that it's not working, and that's because it got separated from the data file. The data file holds all the information. It has to be in the same directory. It's confusing, but hopefully it's not too difficult to understand. Just don't separate it from the folder. The folder can go wherever, but the data and executable have to be in that folder. Just make a shortcut. All right, so hopefully you guys liked that. Hopefully you've liked the programs. Ignore this one. This is something I made for my mother upon request. It's a really stupid one that just shows the percentages of how many numbers were played when. Yeah. What's the default? Yeah. I don't even remember what the default file was. Yeah, I don't even remember. But all it does is just show the percentages that something was drawn. Oh, default file numbers. There we go. Numbers. Load file. Yeah, you manually load up a file with all the recents, and it'll sort by numbers, sort by percentages, and it'll show you what the percentages were of the numbers drawn. For lottery addicts, this was very, very cool. For me, I felt like I was wasting my time, but I made it look cool. It was a project that it was more like a practice experiment more than anything. Um, and here you could submit the max. So it actually does a pick three, I think, as well. So current number total is 6 because there's 6 numbers. The max numbers that it can go to for white balls and special balls like the Powerball or the Mega Ball or whatever they are. I don't play, so I don't know what it is. She told me the rules of it and the numbers, and then I made a percentage file for her to use. Anyway, that's just for anyone who was curious. But yeah, that's not on the website. I don't want anyone to have that just for the simple fact that I think it's very ugly, or the code's very ugly, and it's not beginner friendly or non-programmer friendly. I don't like how the program turned out, but it looks pretty. Anyway, so you guys have all these Go apps, seansgogroup.com, and just click on the apps. And yeah, hopefully you guys liked that. Hopefully you will enjoy these apps and show some support. Download them and share them. Share this video. Give me feedback on the app so I can keep improving them. If you have any like program requests, let me know because I'm always looking to make more programs for Go players and things for Go players. Something to make your life a little easier or to give you something like that's what all of these were made for. Is basically I thought of something that I would like to use, so I made it and publicly released it in case anyone else liked to use it, like the Go stats, the opening generator, Capture Go. All this stuff is stuff I've made for myself that I'm making available to you guys. So I don't know what you guys want. Let me know what you want, and if I can do it, I might do it. So yeah, so like this video, share it, subscribe for more videos, all that good jazz. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.